So let's start the lab for this OSPF basic lab. Let me show you. I already designed some basic thing here, but anyhow let me bring here and show you this one. This is our lab, the OSPF basic lab, which we are going to do now. So if you see here what we have here, let me move this up. I have two router in this topology. Let me explain you topology. I have two router. This one, this is a router R1. I have router R2. This is connected directly, this two router. I have one switch here. I have some LAN network here. This is a LAN network. We have one PC here. Also we have some LAN network, and this is a PC. So let me give the IP schema. If you want any IP address, you can write in the command. We will use that one. Generally we can give any IP, no problem, but as we are using, I will write 192.168.12.1 for this one, this router 12.1. okay, to 192.168 10 dot something, no problem. If you want 10 dot something, we can use 10 dot also. Here is 10.1. okay, I will write this one as a 10.1, and let me duplicate this one, and this one I will write here 10.2. okay, or if you have a confusion, let me know. This is I will write as a 10.2. this is okay, right? No issue. Let me move here. Yeah, no confusion. Okay, this IP for this interface, this IP for this interface. Let me keep here up, or if you want, I will make the zoom this one so it is clear for you. So this router is having this IP, this router is having this IP here. This is okay, and let me duplicate this one and keep here. This is for this interface. Here what IP we need to give? We will give 1.1 or any other thing. Let me give this one as a 1.1. okay, this is a network for 1.1, this is a network for 2.1. so I will go here, I will write here 2.1. okay, so this one is a 192.168.2.1, this is a 1.1, and this is the IP. So this is the IP schema. This is a basic, no confusion, nothing. This is a PC, this is nothing but WebTel. I use this one here. If you see toolbar or WebTel, you can use any one. I taken WebTel, I think. So we can right click this one and go here and config. Here you can see edit configuration. We will click edit configuration. I already set this one. If you see, you will have here ladder symbol. You need to remove ladder, you need to remove ladder, you need to remove ladder for this one. You cannot see, or let me make zoom. You can zoom the screen. I think you can make zoom in the screen also. You can make, or let me see if I can make zoom. Maybe there is a issue for net, or now you can see, or still the issue. So now if you see, this is the I use the PC, the WebTel. We can use any PC in this place. I will click edit. Here the configuration, we need to remove the ladder symbol from here, 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 here in this point. Whatever IP we want to use, we will use. Example, I am using here 192.168.1.2 and default gateway is 192.168.1.1. I can copy this whole thing and go in the other PC. I can edit this one, I can paste here, and I can change this is 2.2 and 2.1 because this network is for 2.1. so default gateway will be 2.1 and the IP address will be 2.2. just remember, let me show you. I will take one more WebTel and show you how we can do that one. See here, this is a WebTel example. If I want to go here, I will go in the edit configuration. When I go edit configuration, we will have like this. So first one, from the auto, you need to remove this ladder symbol. From auto, you will need to remove the ladder symbol. I will remove this one. I will remove this one, this one, this one, this one. And then whatever IP you need to give, you can give this example 1.2 and this is 1.1. So like this. That's all for this one. This is already I done, so that's why I am not doing for this 2 PC. Till here, no issue, right? So this diagram is also okay. Everything is good. So now what I will do, I will start this one and I will take the console of this one. So console will come here and it will come here. The console is here. Okay, console is coming. And if you see, this is a WebTel also. I will minimize this. This is a console. So what I can say, we have switch 1, switch 2, router we did not have. Let me start again. And this is a router also I have. And this one what we have here, this one I will minimize. This is WebTel. This is also WebTel. So now first of all we will check for this one. I have router R1, R2, switch 1, switch 2. Switch 1, switch 2 we have already. So let me remove this one. Now this one is okay. Okay, we have router R1 and R2, and this is a 2 switch. We don't want to do any configuration, so I will close the switch. Okay, now I have only 2 router, R1 and R2, this 2 router, and I have 2 PC. When I open this WebTel, it look like this. This is a WebTel. If you see here, we can do any configuration, or if you want to check, like if you want to ping, we can go like this here, and I can click here and I can write here. Or if I want to, we can use this WebTel, or if you are not comfortable with WebTel, we can use normal, or what we can say, any other VPC also. Anyhow, this is just like a computer. If you want to check any browser internet is working or not, or if you want to use what we can say here, the CMD, we can use the CMD also. You need to click this JWM and go to the terminal. Then you will have the terminal like this. You will go here and you will type here, like same like Linux system. If you want to check the IP, you can write IP config. You have the IP address here 192.168.2.2. So this is for the second PC. Okay, so 2.2, this is second PC. And let me check the other one, this one, and this is for which PC. Let me go here and go down, and I will take this also terminal here, and this terminal came here, and let me type here if config, and we will check this is which PC, 1.2. so this is the PC1 and this is the PC2. Okay, this is a PC1, PC2. I have one extra, this one I will close. Okay, so this is a PC2, this is a PC1, no issue. We can use this one, or we can use directly here any VPC. This one if we want, we can use. Why we are using this one? Just to check ping is happening or not. Example, I have this PC, this is a PC1. So I want to check PC1 can ping to the PC2. I will write ping 192.168.2.1. So reply will not come. Here if you see, host unreachable, so reply is not coming. So we can say there is a issue between with the PCs. That's why reply is not coming. So we need to configure some routing protocol, so router can exchange the route and we can have the communication between them. So now if you see, let me make this zoom. Here this is a router R1. Router R1, I want to check show IP route. I have any route here in this? No route, nothing. Let me go to the router R2 also. I will check in this router also, show IP route. Show IP route. I don't have any route. If I have any IP or not, I will check. We don't have any IP address. I have 2 interface, but I don't have any IP address. I will go here, show IP route. I don't have anything. I want to check the IP address. I will write show IP interface brief. I don't have anything. So we need to assign the IP address. Then we need to configure the OSPF. So how we will do? Let me open any notepad or anything. We will write in the notepad. Let me take any notepad and then write the configuration here. So let me minimize this and take this one. So here this is the router R1. How we will write? Enable, then we will write the config t, then we will write the host name R1. Till here is normal, then I will write interface F0/0. After that I will write IP address. What IP we plan here? We plan 192.168.10.1. So I will write 192.168.10.1. Then subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Then we will write no shut. This is okay, right? Just I will copy this one, same thing, and I will paste here, and I will change this one F0/1. So I will write here 0/1 here in this place, and I will write 192.168.1.1 because this IP we have. Till here any doubt? Nothing, right? This is a basic configuration of OSPF. Not OSPF, we can say this is a basic configuration of the router. When you want to assign any IP address to the router, we will do like this. So this configuration is nothing but IP assigning to the router. So now I will do for same thing for the router R2. So for router R2, if you see, this will change to R2, and here F0 by 0 what you have 10.2, so I will change this one as a 2, and if you see here this one F0 by 1, F0 by 1 is nothing but 2.1. So with this one IP is okay. So what we can do, I will copy this one, I will put in the router R1. So I will go in the router R1, this is the R1, and I will paste the configuration here. I will press enter, and then I will copy the second one here. This is the router R2. I will go in the router R2, I will paste the configuration here, I will put this one. Now I want to check whatever I done, it is correct or not. So I will write here show IP interface brief. So I assign the IP address, this is up, status and protocol. So this one is no problem here, till here is good. I will go here in this one also, I will write here show IP interface brief. Show IP interface, I am in this mode, so I need to exit this, then I need to write show IP interface brief. So I have IP also here, no issue, everything is okay, good. Now we need to do the OSPF configuration. As I told you, whenever we are writing OSPF, we need to write router OSPF process ID 1, then we need to write network, and then network ID and wildcard mask. If you see, this is we have two interface, this one and this one. I need to do configuration for this interface and this interface. So I need to write this network ID and this network ID. Okay, so what is the network ID for this one? You can write in the chat box what is the network ID. When do you type the OSPF command? When do you type the OSPF command? See here, if anyone asks you to configure this router as a OSPF, then we will do the router OSPF. This is not separate command. If you want to configure, you need to write 3 steps here. Let me show you here. If you see here, if anyone asks you configure the router as a OSPF, then you need to write this whole thing, this whole thing as a OSPF protocol. When anyone asks you to configure the OSPF protocol, you need to write router OSPF process ID, network ID, wildcard mask, then area 0. Okay. So what I will do, router OSPF 1, then network, we need to write network ID. So I have here this one, I will write this is a network ID. This is a network ID, right? Any doubts? Nothing, right? And then I will give space, then we need to write the wildcard mask. What is a wildcard mask for class C? Here you need to invert this one, reverse this one, reciprocal of this one. Instead of 255, you will write 0. Here is 255, you will write 0. Here is 255, you will write 0. Here is 0, you will write 255. After that, you need to give space and write area. Whatever area you want to put, you can write that one. So I am writing area 0. Then I will copy this one, I will paste here. And this one is 1.1, so I will move this one as a 1. Any doubts? See this configuration and let me know if you have any confusion here. This is a basic OSPF. How I configure? Router OSPF. Same thing here, if you see in Word file, we need to write router OSPF 1. That is 1 is nothing but process ID. Then network ID, wildcard mask, then area. Whatever area you want, you can write. Okay. So what I can do here, this one is okay. I will copy here, same thing. I will paste this here in this second router. In second router, I have 10.2. So this is the same thing here. And I have 2.1 here, 2.1. So this will change to 2. You have any confusion here? Nothing, right? Here I changed as a 2 because we have 2.0. If you see here, we have 2.1. Network ID for this one is nothing but 192.168.2.0. This is a class C. So you have to give IP address to all router. Yes, first of all, we need to give the IP address. Whenever you are configuring any routing protocol, first you need to assign the IP address to the interface, then you need to do the OSPF configuration. Yes, correct. Okay, so this one is okay. Our configuration is ready. Let me take one router and show you also, no problem. Here, let me take this one. Okay, this is one router. This is the one router. I will start this one. Let me start first this one. For your doubt, I will open this one. Example, I open this router. This is router 3. It will take some time to start. So what I will do, I will take this one. I will not assign the IP address. I will try to configure the Ospf. Let's see what they will give the error. Okay, I am in the config global configuration. Here I will write router Ospf. Okay, let me write O router 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 Ospf 1 network. See here, when I am writing here, what I am getting here, IP address interface, we are getting the warning here. I did not assign any IP address, but here what I am getting, process ID 1 cannot be picked, router ID, please configure manually or bring up the interface with the IP address. So we are getting the error. If we did not configure the IP, then we will have the error. Okay, just I want to show you for knowledge purpose. Let me close this router and delete this one. We don't use this here. Okay, so this one, let's move to our main topic here. So now I have the router. I need to configure the Ospf. This is our configuration here. So how I will configure, I will write here, I will go in the global configuration mode. I need to write router Ospf and I will put question mark. So if I put question mark, this is a process ID. I can write any ID from starting from 1 to till 65535. I can give any. Generally for our lab purpose we are writing one. I will write one. I will press enter. Then what we will write, when I write this one, if you see here, when I write this one, I move inside global configuration mode, then I move in the router mode, Ospf mode here. Now I need to write the network ID. First I need to write network, then I put the question mark. They are asking the network number. That is nothing but network ID. So what is network ID? If you see, this is a network ID. Okay, let me copy this network ID and paste here. So after network ID, I will put question mark here. They are asking me wildcard bit. So I need to write the wildcard mask. So what I will do, I will copy paste the wildcard mask, no problem. Let me copy paste the wildcard mask. I will take this one, I will paste here wildcard mask. After that I will give space, I will put the question mark. When I give the question mark, he is asking me area. I need to set the area. So I will write area, and what area I can write, I will put the question mark. So here we are getting the range from 0 to 4229496759. This is the range. In this one we can use any area. I can give 0 as like this, or I can write 0.0.0.0 like this also. All are same. We can give, if I want to give 0, I can write 1 time 0, or if I want to write, I can write like this also. It is nothing but 0 only. If I want to give 4 time, I can give, or if I want to give 1 time, I can give like this also. Let me show you. Like this also if I give, no problem. Okay. So one network is finished. This one, now I need to give to a second network. So how I will give? I will write this network, then I will write 192.168, then 1.0, okay, then wildcard mask 0.0.0.255, then I will write the area, then I will give as area 0, then enter. So this one is finished Ospf configuration. Then I will write show IP protocol. When I wrote show IP protocol, let me show you. When I write show IP protocol, then it will show us we configure Ospf 1, and if you see whatever configuration we done, we will see here. And let me show you the roots are there or not. If I write show IP root, then it will show. Still I configure on one side, other side we did not configure, so we are not getting the root. Now I will go to the router, another router, that is router 2. I will go in the global configuration mode. I will write router. Let me write here router Ospf, any ID I can give 1, no problem. Then network, what is the network? 192.168.10.0, then wildcard mask 0.0.0.255, and area is nothing but area 0. Okay, then I need to give for other network. What is other network? Other network is nothing but here, this is 2.0. okay, this all are same. Any confusion here? 2.0, this all are same. And if you see, we are getting the urgency, we are getting the notification. There is a neighbor form and they form the urgency. They have state from loading to full. We have the status we are going to discuss later. We have some status like loading and full. So after that it is done. So we configure here everything. So now if I want to check, I write show IP root. If I write show IP root, I have the root, that is O is nothing but OSPF. Let me show you here. If I wrote here show IP root, here we will get the root. If you see, this is a O, stands for OSPF. We are getting the root here 192.168.1.0, saying that this is having the AD value is 110 and the matrix is 20, and it is connected to this 192.168.1.1, and we have this time stamp, and this is the interface. Okay, or any confusion, let me show you here what we are getting here. If you see here we are in the router 2. So router 2 is saying if any packet want to send for 192.168.1.0, that is this network, 1.0 means here, then forward that information to 192.168.10.1. this is a 10.1, so forward to this interface. And AD value is how much? 110. If you remember, before we discuss AD value, administrative distance is 110, and if you go